So the dumbest bill in America is banning hotel shampoo bottles.
Huh?
Yes, banning hotel
That's the
shampoo
free
bottles.
shampoo.
So you know those complimentary bottles of shampoo
And sometimes they're nice ones.
and conditioner and body wash
Yep.
that you get, and sometimes lotion.
Yep.
So usually there are 4, sometimes there are 3. Well, we have a delegate from the state of Maryland, Delegate Love of Maryland, introduced House Bill 354 to ban those shampoo bottles in larger hotel
Was it for
chains.
environmental reasons?
It was because climate change. Climate change and
Plastics,
environmental
yeah.
reasons, you know, but she always uses the whole climate change, climate emergency thing. Look, this is crazy because when you think about the alternative, right? What's the alternative?
Dispensers.
Dispensers, right? So you walk into the shower and you have these massive dispensers.
I was recently at a hotel with that. I was like, what?
And doesn't it make you wonder who has used it before you and what might be inside of them? Because other people are taking showers in that shower.
Well, now I'm kind of terrified, but thanks for that.
Yeah, well, of course you
There we
think
go.
on it, because I do too, especially in the era of coronavirus, right? You're touching things in the shower and you're assuming it's really clean and you're sharing other people's shampoo and other people's conditioner and other people's body wash. I'm sorry, I think it's a bad idea. But to me, this is the dumbest bill in America. We have Delegate Love introducing House Bill 354. We have a clip of her, and here it is.
So HB 354 is one more step in addressing this problem. Just a couple of notes before I turn it over to
It's a
my
problem,
panelists.
Squirrel.
First, it
Sam.
applies only to establishments that are 51 rooms or more.
Yeah, hotels
So
are
this
51
is not
rooms.
targeting the
So all
small
the profitable
motels. This
hotels.
is not targeting someone who rents out a room. This is not targeting the VRBOs. This is going after the larger
targeting
establishments.
nonetheless.
Second, it
Marriott.
starts in January of 2023, giving establishments almost 3 years to transition. Third, it applies to only shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. I had initially wanted to also include lotion, but in talking to my panelists up here, I learned that there's actually a lot of science behind this, and that the science isn't there to figure out how to do
a hotel
the
expert
lotion in the
now.
bulk dispensers because it's not used as quickly. So the ones that are chosen, there is science behind these. And then
She's not gonna tell you what it
finally,
is.
It gives the establishment flexibility in determining what to do. It doesn't tell them what they have to replace these tiny bottles with. It leaves it up to the brand to decide what they want to do.
So there's government, right? There's Delegate Love trying to micromanage every aspect of the way the hotel chain manages their hotel. A delegate who has no business getting involved in their business is doing so. Stay the heck out of their business. And here is why we're talking about this, other than the fact that it's a dumb bill. Because Marriott, the largest hotel chain in the world, which is based in Bethesda, Maryland,
Yep.
they were up at the table with her testifying for her bill. And you want to know why? Because Marriott doesn't mind trying to put their competitors out of business.
Yeah, Marriott's insulated.
So Marriott can say, hey, guess what? We don't want this. We actually like this idea because of the fact that our competitors really can't make these transfers themselves to use these kinds of large bottles in the shower and so forth. And they showed pictures of this as well in the hearing. So we have Marriott's lobbyist talking about this, and here's the clip of him.
Good afternoon, members of the committee. Travis Cutler here on behalf of Marriott International. As Delegate Love mentioned, we are involved in an initiative across the 7,000 hotels we have across the world to phase out the small single-use toiletry bottles in place of bulk dispensers. To date, we've made this transition at about 1,000 hotels. Bulk when it's all said and done, after the full transition, we'll be able to divert roughly 1.7 million pounds worth of plastic from landfills. That would be disposal avoidance that we would have by virtue of this transition. That would actually result in a 30% decrease in Marriott's annual plastic use across the world. So a significant effort to make this transition. I really want to thank Delegate Love. She reached out to us in the fall, expressed her interest in introducing legislation on this topic, and was very open to dialogue about how to do it in a practical and feasible way that worked for the industry. And we believe that this bill really serves as a really great illustration of partnership between our industry and with Delegate Love. And so we're here supporting House Bill
Typical
354.
lobbyist.
Happy to answer any questions, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, he's happy to answer any
Yada, yada.
questions. Yeah. So look, here's the thing. The bottom line is the Marriott lobbyist is saying, and we're really happy that she reached out to us to help us. And it's like, no, she's trying to tell you how to run your hotels. And here's the problem I have with this. Marriott and their lobbyists should have told her to go pound sand. It's like, oh, I'm so glad you came here to tell us how we should run our hotels. Get the hell out of my office. That's what I would have said. But no, they didn't, because they're using it to get a competitive advantage. Go ahead, Squirrel.
And basically, if Marriott was going to do this initiative anyways, there shouldn't be a law recommending it, telling every other hotel or motel chain that they need to do it too. Because if private industry says, hey, we want to be better stewards, have better corporate social responsibility, or we just think it's the best method for our business model.
Competitive advantage you might have.
That's our business model, then we're going to do it. Everyone else can just do their own thing at their own time. Because honestly, I think some hotel chains, there's actually a Vice story about it where they're learning how to recycle soap bars in a very safe and environmentally sustainable manner, which is actually rather interesting.
But they're trying to use legislation. Marriott is to gain an advantage over the
seen that
competitors.
before.
Yeah, I would not be a fan of those dispensers. I mean, amongst this pandemic, sharing is not caring at all. But and if you look at the hotel industry, it's funny how the unintended consequences of these legislation. If you notice, they said any hotels with less than 50 rooms would not be included in this legislation.
That's right.
However, when you ever have more, of course, restrictions, it increases the barriers to entry and makes it significantly harder for smaller hotel chains to compete. I mean, every single detail is incredibly important with hotels to differentiate yourself with competitors. And I bet there are a lot of very small hotel chains where rather than going to a Best Western, they might go to a smaller, more boutique hotel with better shampoo.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like airlines too, if you can think it the same way.
Yep. So look, we're going to have to wrap this up. We did have another clip on this, but we're not going to play it because we ran out of time. So thank you for joining Mark and Millennials. That's it for this podcast. This is Mark Fisher. Thank you for joining our Millennials with me. Sam Fisher, Ryan the Squirrel Brady. I said that the wrong way. Thank you to our Millennials for joining me is what I meant to say. We can always fix that later. And of course, our producer, Adam Couture, our assistant producer, Christopher Hopkins. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and our website. See you next time. This is Mark Fisher.